It's time for the greatest athleticism you've ever seen in your life. The professionals are quaking in their boots. With the many videos out there of people that excel in their sport, there's a series, as it is now time to Watch Me Suck at Bowling! Welcome to the May edition of Watch Me Suck at Bowling, and from what I understand, this place should be open today. It's being recorded on Good Friday, and we are here at Sawyer's Bowladrome. And I forget the town we're in, but that doesn't matter. Sawyer's Bowladrome, we can fill that in later. So anyway, this is the building, and I'm not 100% sure if it's open. It's supposed to be. And there's cars in the parking lot, so that's a good sign. So let's see what we have inside. Alright, we're on the inside. This is the door we just entered, and I like how they used an actual candle pin on both sides for the doorway. There's the little men's/ladies room. Actually, this is the men's room, and that's the ladies room. And this is the we shouldn't really enter room. It's just maintenance. So here's the entry again. And street shoes stay on rug. Come down the stairs here, and this is the biggest alley I've ever been to so far. Yes, you're seeing everything. It's 6 lanes. Old school. You saw the building from the outside, so you figure it would probably be tiny. We have lane number 2, and from what I understand from the owner, it's going to be similar to Mason's in level of difficulty. So maybe 70s, 80s, maybe a bad 60 here and there. 50s if I'm really off. Do not go down alleys. Oh, that's no fun. Can't throw a strike if you're not right up against the headpin. So here we are. Very basic and interesting way to number the lanes. Pretty cool. Oh, and they got the little red light up here and not down at the Bullmores. Straight up bowling alley. Get the seating area. Oh, I've never seen drink holders in that place before. That's interesting. And we got the front desk right here. And there's storage there. Okay, since this is a new month, we are now going to cut away, and I'm going to show you the high and low scores that have been achieved thus far. Here are the highs and lows as of very late April 2017. In the discipline of candle pins, we have a high of 136, which was achieved at Putnam Street Lanes in Fitchburg. I still call it a fluke, even though people say you're actually getting better. And as for the 44, that was done in Mason's. That was just a really bad run. As for duck pin, we have an alright high score of 118, which I haven't had a chance to try and break because the last time I went there it was closed for some odd reason, even though it was supposed to be open. Anyway, the low is surprisingly as high as it is, a 65. We've come close to it a few times, but we have not gone any lower. The big change in this lineup is the 10 pin. We've finally reached average territory, hitting a 150. And trying to do the two-handed bowling without a towel to clean off the grease from the alleys netted a pathetic low score of 26, which, yes, that's a real number. And those are the bowling statistics as of now. Watch Me Suck at Bowling is proud to sponsor the hit candlepin TV show King of the Palace. Watch good bowlers instead of this. Go on YouTube and search for King of the Palace to watch shows at your heart's content. However, if you want to subscribe, go to youtube.com/newpalacelanes. Before we get started, there's a factoid I wanted to put in the video and I totally forgot to put in. This building did not have a basement originally, it had a crawl space. Sometime in the early 40s, the owners decided that they wanted to open a pool hall. So somehow they supported the building and literally dug a brand spanking new basement underneath the building. Quite an interesting feat. So at that point, it was to be done to make a pool hall. Then in the mid-1950s, the owners realized that bowling was becoming a big sport, so they removed all the pool tables and installed bowling alleys. The rest, as they say, is history. I thought that was an interesting fact, and it's quite unbelievable how they pulled that off. Now that we got that interesting factoid out of the way, let's go back to the action. Alrighty, it's almost time to start. Before we do, these are the tables and the manual scorecards. This is an interesting table. I've never seen one like that before. That's old school. Here are the ball returns. And we always do this. We check the condition of the house balls, not that we're using them. Pardon if the camera drifts a little bit. Actually, these are really not that bad. Some very, very tiny nicks, and that's all I've found so far. Alright, yeah, these are really surprisingly in very good shape. Usually you find them with gouges and stuff, but we don't use those. We use these. The Epco urethane professional grade bowling balls, the only thing professional about my bowling. And speaking of such, it is now time for those famous words you've been waiting for. It's now time to watch me suck at bowling. Frame 1, ball 1. It's early in the morning. Let's see how I do. We usually know how that goes. Due to the narrow footprint pin cam could fit in, the image may move over time due to instability. Ball 2. Ball 3. And it's an 8. For those of you who like pin setters, there's the Bullmore in action. Frame 2, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Guy says this place is about as tough as Mason's. I think it's easier. Doesn't mean I'll do as good. Seven. So far, it's an okay start. You got an 8 in the first box and a 7 and 2. So far, it's a total of 15. Not too bad, but not the greatest either. Frame 3, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Eight. Frame 4, ball 1. There we go. We knew a half Worcester had to occur at some point, and there it is. Happened, you know. Ball 2. Ball 3. And it's an 8. Way too long. Frames 3 and 4 went okay. We got 8 in each of them for a total of 31. So far, this game is not all that bad. Frame 5, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Niner. Frame 6, ball 1. So far in the good territory. Then that happened. Ball 2. You knew a gutter ball was bound to happen. Ball 3. Something like that never would happen at Mason's. And an 8. Those two frames went slightly better than the previous. We got the 9 and 5 and an 8 and 6. We are now at 48. Still, it's an okay game. Frame 7, ball 1. Ball 2. I thought the right gutter needed equal attention, so the left one got some. Ball 3. So much for good. Stink frame of 4. Frame 8, ball 1. Ball 2. Ball 3. Looks like that morning thing's starting to hit. Two full of 6. Those two frames were a train wreck, a 4 and 7, and a 6 and 8. A 10 between them both. 58 total. So much for having a good game. Frame 9, ball 1. Bye-bye, good game. Ball 2. Ball 3. last frame, game 1, ball 1. It looks like we're going to hit the miss. Just need 4. Ball 2. Last ball. We knew that wasn't going to happen. And 9. If it wasn't for frames 7 and 8, things could have been better. We got an 8 and 9 and a 9 and 10, so we wound up with a mezza score of 75. And that is game number 1 from Sawyer's Bowladrome in Northboro, Massachusetts. If it weren't for those 2 frames, it wouldn't have been that bad of a game. Georgia551 saying, hope you enjoyed, and have a good one.